Hello, this is video journal number 5, and I'm going to use this journal to talk about something that happened to me at work this week. So, the IT director of the city of Auburn saw me reading Data and Goliath in the lobby of City Hall, and he said, "Hey, is that a good book? What is it about?" And I kind of gave him a quick summary and told him that I was reading it for class and the type of discussions we were having surrounding privacy and data protection and things like that. And he was very interested, and he said, I'm going to read it. And I was like, okay, great. And 2 days later, I have this on my desk. It's the strategic plan, the City of Auburn 10-year economic development strategic plan. And there's a little sticky on it that said something for you to read from the IT director from the City of Auburn. And it's so interesting. So basically, it is the 10-year economic development strategic plan they did an analysis based off cell phone data. So everything that's in this report is based off cell phone data, and they used that to come up with approximations of where retail is getting most traffic. So where are people buying things, and whether it be the mall or automobile sales, furniture stores, they were able to compile all of this data based off cell phones. So they even created a customer journey. So this is a customer journey. Basically saying it goes from home, and where people are most likely going in the area around the shopping center, the outlet mall in Auburn. Fantastic, huh? Then it gets the demographics based off cell phone data. So the demographics show income level, education attainment, race, age, all of this is based off cell phone data. Pretty amazing. I think it's amazing. They were able to see, just giving you an idea of how they use this type of data, they were able to see that, okay, most of the retail that's happening in the area is for motor vehicle and parts dealers. The second is furniture and home furnishing stores. The third is electronics and appliance stores. And last, believe it or not, is food and beverage stores. So they were able to compile this data, and also they were able to figure out what age groups are spending the most money in these areas. And that is 15% is 25 and 34-year-olds. The next is 13.33%, which is 35 to 44-year-olds. And people with no college, with only high school graduates are the most, in terms of education attainment, spending the most money in this surrounding area by the mall. So, I mean, this is pretty interesting stuff, and it just goes to show you how important. I mean, yes, it's not. There are some moral things behind, us collecting all of this data and never throwing it away. However, it does allow for a lot of economic development and growth in municipalities. And this is just an example of that, this study. It's about 60 pages long. And I'm going to bring it into class tomorrow for my classmates and for you, Professor Jenkins, to see. But I think this is absolutely amazing. I know that Data and Goliath really talks about the bad of this, but if there's an opportunity for growth and to help cities serve their communities better by using this type of data, I see nothing wrong with it. I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with keeping all of this data. It's really what we do with it, and I think that this is a good way of using it, opposed to selling it without consumers' knowledge. But again, I mean, is this selling data? So it's pretty interesting. They were able to do a market assessment. All of this is based off cell phone data. I mean, I can't wait to bring this into class and show you guys. And it's interesting because after the IT director finished that book, he thought to bring this to me, and I was able to actually see him prior to me departing work on Friday and talk to him a little bit about it. And he said, I read that book. I totally understand it. However, I can see the benefits of us keeping all of this data as well. It really is helping us project long-term future, and in terms of economic development in the city, this data is really doing wonders for us. So interesting thing. I can't wait to share it with you guys. That was my video journal number 5, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.